It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Phillips
will get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, this defense for the Texans, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on. Hey.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
19 tight.
Back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Slot man moves right.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
The Texans at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. They'll look to throw again.
That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Phillips. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Back to throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hand off right side to Pierce. Down to about the 32.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
60 Bison.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, his first touch. The new campaign, and they are able to add on to their advantage. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's 21-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40.
And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Back to throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts 20.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Let's go now.
They'll throw now on the final play. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll set up to throw.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Well, the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll run on first down. It's Phillips, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage.
And now here's another interception. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
23 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
The Colts on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The slot man in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him wet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Up the middle they go. Phillips. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor,
And that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Colts!
Jelani Woods.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, he did did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Trying to lay one up deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is taken in at the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. Phillips. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th down. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Houston, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the hurdle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. I spot superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. CGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pointers. dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Standing the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life and I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded if tell them they time is tick. But we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I